Good morning everyone. So today we're going to go through the third lesson on ratio. So we're going to start quite easily and then we're going to actually start involving algebra on the ratio questions. So for this question here, there's some red counters, some yellow counters in a bag in a ratio 1 to 5. There are 20 yellow counters in the bag, so you've got a ratio of red to yellow 1 to 5. And you know that you've got 20 counters here. So because you know you've got 20 counters, so that means how many reds would you have? But 20 divided by 5, 4 red counters. Continuing the question, Janet put some more red counters in the bag. The ratio of the number of red counters to the number of yellow counters is 1 to 2. So she's not changed how many yellows she's got, so she's still got 20 of them. So if this is 20, and this is 1 to 20, so this must be 10. So how much I've added? They've added 6 counters. So same again here, exactly the same thing. So initially 4 and 20, we're adding red counters, but the number of yellow counters remains the same. If the ratio is 1 to 2, 2 parts is 20 counters, 1 part is 10. 10 take away 4 is 6. Okay, so you can actually see this is only like question 3 in 2016. Continuing, before we move to harder problems, okay, we've got 2 new key skills that we need to actually use to tackle these questions. This question is written horribly, okay, but I want you to think about it. So the ratio of the width to the height of the TV is 16 to 9. How could we represent all possible widths and heights of the TV in order to ensure that the ratio remains unchanged? So what does that mean? It means that the TV ratio is 16 to 9. So if you multiply the width and the height, you should be getting a specific amount. So as you can actually see here, you could have 32 and 18. Why is that? Well, they're both multiples of 2. So let's call it x. So the width and the height can be represented by 16x and 9x. And the second skill we're going to be using is this. If a to b and c to d form an equation, relating a, b, c, and d. So I want you to be thinking is literally divide this by that. So c to a is going to be equal to d over b. So here's an example. If you got ratio 3 to 4 is equal to 30 to 40. So 30 over 3. So bear in mind this is a, b, c, d. So they've got c over a equals to d over b because they both give you 10. So therefore we can actually say c over a equals to d over b. And at this moment in time it might not make sense, but the moment we see a question, it'll definitely will. So there's 2 ways to do these questions, okay? If you want to waste your time and start literally adding up and finding multiples and carrying on, you can do it this way, which is the trial and error way. You are simply, though, going to be wasting your time for it. So let's have a look at the example. So Jamie and Alistair share some sweets in a ratio 7 to 5. Jamie gives 2 sweets to Alistair. So they've got 7 to 5. So whatever he got, he must have plus 2. And he's got take 2. Do we get this? Why? Because if he gives the 2 sweets, it means he takes away from himself. So the ratio now is 13 to 11. So what we've done here is, okay, the possible number of sweets before, we simply have gone multiples. Okay, that's all we've got. So for Jamie's take 2, for Alistair, it's plus 2. So we want a ratio of 13 to 11. Okay, 13 to 11. So that'll be 22. That'll be 26. So if I half it, 13 and 11. So at this stage we can see, so they must have 26 and 22. Very long-winded, okay, so what happens if you've got numbers where you've got thousands and 100s? This is not always easy for us to do it this method. If it's smaller numbers, you can do, but let's do it algebraically, okay? Let's do proper maths. So Jamie and Alistair share some sweets in ratio 7 to 5. Jamie gives the 2 sweets to Alistair, so we talked about that. So the ratio of sweets now is 13 to 11. So the ratio is 13 to 11, yeah? Well, what would we have for Jamie? So going back to the question here, that's 16x and 9x. So for Jamie, I would have 7 lots of x's. Anything happen to the lot of sweets he's got? Well, yes, he's given away 2. Yeah, in a ratio of how much to Alistair? Well, Alistair now is going to have 5 lots of x's plus 2. So we're going to combine the 2 skills. we're going to combine this and this, what we've just learned. So the way I want you to be thinking about it is I'm going to divide this by 13 and this by 11. Yeah, so I'm going to get 7x take 2 over 13 must be equal to 5x plus 2 over 11. At this stage, you cross multiply, so you already know how to cross multiply fractions. So I get 11 lots of 7x minus 2 equals to 13 lots of 5x plus 2. So expand, 77x minus 22 equals to 65x plus 26. I collect like terms, so I'll get 12x equals to 48. So therefore x must be equal to 4. How many sweets do they each have initially? That's what we're looking for. So initially, he'll have 7 times x take 2. So 28 take 2, 26, and 5x plus 2. So 20 plus 2 equals to 22. So that's how many they had initially. So, sorry, that's what they had now here. Sorry, even. So therefore, initially he had 28 and he had 20. That's how much they had initially. Yeah, because we're going backwards before they actually gave the sweets to each other. So, don't know if you're making notes, if you want to make it a bit clearer for yourselves. So again, 13 to 11 equals 7x minus 2. Divide by 13. Divide that by 11. Expand, simplify. So 7 lots times 4, 5 times 4, 20. So same again if you want to pause the video and try this question for us. So let's go through it. So Xavier and Cameron set a ratio of 5 to 6. 5 to 6. When each are given 4 more, so each is given 4 more, the ratio of the money now is 6 to 7. So 6 to 7 equals to, well, Javier, so he's going to have 5 lots of x's plus 4, dot, dot, 6 lots of x's plus 4. Okay, that 5x is from here, that 6x is from that. And plus 4 because they both get plus 4. So simply 5x plus 4 divided by 6, dot, dot, 6x plus 4 divided by 7. Cross multiply. 7 lots of, don't forget to put your brackets. Yeah, so they got 35x plus 28 equals to 36x plus 24. Collect like terms. I'm going to get rid of that minus 35x. Yeah, so x equals to 4. When I collect like terms, how much money did they initially have? Yeah, so initially he had 5 times x, which is 20. And he had 6 times x, which is 24. So that's how much they had each initially. And again, if you want to make notes for yourselves, a bit clearer than my writing, 5x and 6x. Amounts after is 5x and 6x plus 4. So this is what would actually give you your initial mark. Okay, you creating that ratio between them. Collect like terms and don't forget to work out what the question actually is asking you for. So what I would like us to do, I would like us to try these questions for us. I've also sent you an email, or Mrs. sent you an email in regards to these questions. And 2 more. And please mark your questions for us. Last 2. And that's it. Thank you very much.